It was somewhere up the country in a land of rock and scrub that they formed an institution called the Geebung Polo Club. They were long and wiry natives from a rugged mountain side, and the horses never saddled that the Geebungs couldn't ride. But their style of playing polo was irregular and rash. They had mighty little size, but a mighty lot of dash, and they used to train their ponies wheeling cattle from the scrub. They were dealings with the members of the Geebung Polo Club. It was somewhere down the country, in a city smoking scene, that a polo team existed called the Cuff and Collar Team. As a social institution, they were a marvellous success, for the members were distinguished by an exclusiveness in dress. They had natty little ponies that were nice and smooth and sleek, and the cultivated owners only rode them once a week. So they started up the country to pursue the sport of fame, for they meant to show the Geebungs how they ought to play their game. And they took their ballets with them just to give their boots a rub, for they started operation on the Geebung Polo Club. Now, my readers can imagine how the game ebbed and flowed. When the Geebung boys got going, it was time to clear the road. And the game was so terrific that half the time was gone. A spectators' league was broken, just for merely looking on, for they wanted one another till the plain was strewn to dead. While the scores get so even, they neither got ahead. And the Cuff and Collar captain, when he tumbled off and died, was the last surviving player, so the game was called a tie. Then the captain of the Geebungs raised him slowly from the ground. Though his wounds were mostly mortal, yet he fiercely gazed around. There was no one next or near him, all the rest were in a trance. So he scrambled on his pony for his last surviving chance, for he meant to make an effort to give victory to his side. He struck a goal and missed it. Then he tumbled off and died by the old Campaspe River, where the breezes wave the grass. There's a row of little gravestones that the stockmen never pass, for they bear this crude description saying, "Strange drop a tear, for the Cuff and Collar players and the Geebung boys lie here." And on misty moonlit evenings, while dingoes howl around, you can see the shadows flitter down that phantom polo ground. You can hear the loud collisions as the flying players meet, and the rattle of the mallets and the rush of ponies' feet. To a terrified spectator, writes Baser to the club, he's been haunted by the spectre of the Geebung Polo Club.